CNBC-TV18 presents Crypto Corner, powered by Coin DCX.
On Crypto Corner today, we will be talking to Sanjay Kathuria. But before that, let me tell you that the Bitcoin has continued to see some pullback into the Asian markets today. $111,000 is where we seem to be trading. Remember, an all-time high has been at 124,000. So it has been a choppy market there, but then there are just so many fundamentals and global cues to watch out here. Interestingly, when you look at the Bitcoin open interest, that is at around $30 billion, not too far away from its all-time highs of around $32 to $34 billion there. It has been a very good the month of August. And if you remember, this has been a saying, by the way, that the month of August usually is not so great for Bitcoin. But this month is the smallest August decline that you have seen coming in for Bitcoin since the year 2021 there. If you also look at the markets, well, it is about stable coins clearly, because after US, now Japan is looking to launch a yen-backed stable coin. There are similar conversations also here being heard from China, which seems to be focusing on stable coins, highlighting offshore opportunities and domestic limits that could be seen via this stable coin there. If you look at the prices, then we have seen very strong gains in last 1 year when it comes to any of these currencies. So whether it is about Bitcoin or Ethereum, Solana, as you can see in the last 1 year, we've seen many of these prices almost double. Binance from $20 to almost $120 right now. And we've seen Cardano double up as well in the last 1 year. Cryptocurrencies have seen very strong gains in the last couple of years, with volatility declining, institutional buying gaining. Even the home companies, or rather the family businesses, have seen some investment coming in there. And we are looking at markets focusing on further acts being cleared in US. We already have seen the Genius Act go through. It is going to be about clarity and CBDC surveillance that the markets are now looking at. Sanjay Kathuria now joins us. Mr. Kathuria, thank you for joining in. What is your sense really with the kind of buzz that crypto seems to be generating yet again, not just for the US, but for the rest of the world? Would you say this perhaps is the right time to start investing here?
Thank you so much, Manisha and CNBC, for calling me. And I think any time is a great time to start investing in an asset class if you are looking at a long-term horizon. I don't think so that people should dabble in crypto if they're looking for quick gains, get rich quick, and because they've heard stories that this instrument was some $10 or $5 in 2008, and suddenly, it is now around about $110K. I think we should focus on long-term investing, and in long-term, this asset class, because it is limited in supply, and the global adoption of this asset class has happened very quickly now, and of late it has taken off. I think over a long term, yes, there could be good promising returns in this asset class.
Mr. Kathuria, people didn't buy it at 20,000 or 60,000. At 120,000, they find it very, very expensive. What would you tell to them?
See, any asset class looks expensive at all price points on that particular day. When gold was 25,000, it used to be very expensive. Then it turned 60,000, it used to be again very expensive. Today it's at 100K, again very expensive. We have to realize that things which are going to be limited in supply, they will keep on increasing in value. Those are the real currencies. And gold, everybody knows, is not unlimited in supply. So obviously the prices of gold has risen up. And you have to understand now, recently we saw Fed rates getting cut, and we saw immediate spike in Bitcoin. We have to realize when the safe asset classes, the returns there decline, money will start moving to assets which can create more wealth. We are seeing BlackRock accumulating a lot of Bitcoin. We are seeing UAE has recently accumulated a lot of Bitcoins. So if countries and major fund houses are accumulating a lot of Bitcoins, that means there is some interest and they see merit in this asset class.
Sanjay, I think a very easy and a given comparison would be from cryptos to equities, even safe havens like gold. Where do you see crypto making its space within the traditional asset classes?
I think if you look at crypto as an asset class, it should not compose more than, let's say, 10 to 15% of your portfolio. But I think that bit of portfolio, if you can maintain on crypto, it will add some incremental returns to your total portfolio. So for example, if your total portfolio is a mix of equity and debt, and you're somehow looking at generating 12 to 14% returns per annum, if you add like 10% odd crypto, then that 14% can go to, like, let's say 15 to 16%. And this 2% alpha can create a very good wealth for you over, let's say, 10 to 15 years. So I always say that, this crypto asset class is like gulab jamun on your thali. It's a sweet. You can't have it. You can't have the complete thali of gulab jamun, but you can have like one or two gulab jamuns just to savor your taste. So to
I
savor
get
the
that.
taste of your portfolio, I think it is important that you do invest in crypto, but don't invest everything there. You can invest up to 5 to 10% of your total investment corpus in crypto.
And Sanjay, would you say that it only has to be blue chip cryptos that one should invest in, or do you think some risk can be taken with altcoins, even meme coins for that matter?
See, again, I would suggest that if you are a passive investor, that means you don't want to dabble into everyday thinking, then please stay to the top 5 coins. Even US has declared some 5 coins on which they will create strategic reserve. So stick to them. And in that also, the top 2 coins, you can maintain like, let's say 70 to 80% of your portfolio there. But if you are interested in knowing a bit about crypto, a bit about projects, upcoming new projects, you want to study them, like you have decentralized finance projects coming up and they have their own coins which are launched, then definitely you can look at that. But meme coins are a big no-no, because meme coins are nothing but made to do rug pulls. Then for that you need extreme intelligence. It's like buying a penny stock in equity markets. You have to do deep research. You have to really find out that that asset class or that particular company has merit or doesn't have merit. And I don't think so that is a capacity of any person, because in equity markets it's still easier, because you have financial reports, you have a management, you can at least go through the numbers. In meme coins you have nothing but the meme itself.
Well, absolutely. Sanjay, when you look at the Indian market, I mean, of course, we have seen investments here. The participation has been increasing, and the reports do suggest that from lower 20s to mid 20s, it's the mid 30s, even 40s as an age group now coming in for this. With the way institutions are buying, family houses are buying, would you say there's more credibility now coming in for this asset class?
Till a year and a half back, I was also not very gung-ho on this asset class, though I did my learnings on decentralized finance from Duke University. But I was not very gung-ho because I was not able to make out that how would this pan out, in the future. But the adaptation, see, every technology, the value of that technology is only based on adoption. If Amazon doesn't sell anything of its own, but it sells inventory of somebody else, it's a technology. But because it got adopted so well, the value of that company unlocked. Uber doesn't have its own drivers, it doesn't have its own cars, but it's a technology platform. And because it got adapted so well, the value of that asset class or that particular company moved up. Similarly, if crypto as an asset class, the adaptation goes up, then obviously the value of that asset class has to go up. And that's what we are seeing in these days. And I'm also personally getting a lot of calls from people, a lot of messages on my Instagram and my YouTube that, how do we start investing with the on this particular asset class? How much money should we put? What is the kind of coins we should buy? Those kind of questions I have also started getting, which means that a lot of people in the age group of 40, 45, 35 are seriously looking at this asset class. But I would suggest to everyone, again, at the cost of being iterative, stick to only 5 to 10% of your portfolio in this asset class. Because it's not yet regulated completely. There is some bit of clarity missing. I'm sure government will come up with that in the next, let's say, 12 to 18 months. But stick with 5 to 10% and stick with major, bigger coins. I think you'll be in a safe situation.
All right. And a right time to have this conversation, as well as the interest really seems to be peaking when it comes to crypto as an asset class. Sanjay, as always, thank you so much for joining in. And with that, that's all that we have on Crypto Corner. We go for a break and come back with more news and updates on the other side.
CNBC-TV18 presents Crypto Corner, powered by CoinDCX.